Good evening, everybody. I think I am audible to everyone. Uh, so, this is the first meeting for the year 22 uh, for the Street and Travel Photography Group. So, before we start today's presentation, I'll go through the few updates about the group activities. First, we had uh, excursion in Nigambu last weekend. 8 members were participated the excursion. So there are a few uh, clips where our members in their action, and they got very good experience, as well as almost all the members captured uh, very good photographs. So then I want to announce that PSSL has ready to commence the photo walk season A after 2 years lapse. So there are good response from a lot of participants. There are few teams already registered, and few individuals who do not have any team also register their name. So we will arrange a team to them at the time of the excursion on 30th. So if anyone is interested, please uh, share the message with them, so we can have a good competitive session for this time. Uh, for this time, we plan to have as usual the teams come 6:30 at Lionel Win. There we will issue the topic as well as more description and the rules about the competition at that time. So teams the individual teams get together and go the excursion and as they like, and they can have freedom to go anywhere and do the shooting. And before 12 o'clock, they want to submit 5 images. So if they, in order to do them to post processing, we are open the PSSL secretariat from 9 a.m. So they can come to the PSSL at after 9 and bring their laptops and do the post processing and submit the images before 12 o'clock. This time we are plan to have a live judging session just after the submission. We'll have a judging also. So when you are going home, you know what is your achievement, and also you can have a interaction with your judges and discuss with what went wrong, what went right. Likewise, interactively, you can have a good learning session. So, and also this time we are having, you can have only, if you can't find the people, sufficient people, you can have 3 people for the photo walk, and to become a team, at least 2 has to come for the session. That's all about the photo walk challenge. Hope few of you all already, I know, the registered, and hope you all join the sessions. Then today's main topic, the topic is Expect the Unexpected by Anuradha Bandara. Anuradha is a member who joined a few years ago. First time I noticed him, he catch my eye because of his 2 reasons. One is his slow shutter creations as well as his unique square frames. So that's two other my that's why I know very well about Anuradha. But after that, I got to know that he has very good travel photographs also. So then I decided to invite him to have a session. So with that introduction, I'll invite Anuradha to conduct his session. It's over to you, Anuradha.
Thanks, Ram. And hopefully, let me open up my video. Hopefully, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so let me try to start my video. I don't know how to enable it. Wait, still I'm.
You can share it, no?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Still fine. That I can. Okay, so it seems I can't share my video. Anyway, I'll share the screen. Hopefully,
right, we can see
it. Okay, great. Hi all. Everyone can hear me, it seems. Okay, that's good.
Excuse me, Anuradha. If you all have any questions, you have time at the end of the presentation, as well as if you all need 1 or 2 questions, I think Anuradha don't mind to take while he is doing the presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Carry on.
That's right. So, and first of all, I want to thanks to Nila to inviting me to do this presentation. Actually, he did a good job pursuing me. Thanks, Nila, for all the commitment. And yeah, I chose this topic actually. Expected the unexpected. So when Nilan asked me to do this presentation, I have gone through my archives and see what are the images that I have. So what actually I have found out is most of them are unplanned shots. Not actually, as this topic says, those images were taken by accidentally. I mean, not totally accidentally, but not much prepared for those shots. So in this presentation, I will walk you through 3 of my travel trips and show you some of the shots I have taken in those trips. And also I'm sharing what are the learning points that I have learned throughout those trips. Yeah, as Nilan says, and if you guys have any questions regarding images and whatever, and please stop me right there and you can ask. And also you got the time for end of the presentation as well. Let's walk through. So this is me, and actually appearance is a little bit different, and this is a little bit of me. And actually I brought my first camera in 2016, mid of 2016, and since then I have used that same camera still with me. And also I'm a member of PSSL and the PSA photography societies. But my interesting of photography is not start 2016. Long before it has been started. Actually, I have started in a film camera, where my father brought to me, and then moved to this digital era. In my early stages, I mean, after 2016, I have started, yeah, as all of us, my very first stage is point and shoot stage. And after that, I moved into the wildlife and then the travel. And currently, mostly my work involved in the landscape section. Please, we sorry, keep that in mind, guys, because though it's a travel presentation, you will see most of the landscape shots in here. Because actually, I love to capture the nature, not uh, not only the culture and the moods of the people. And the last thing is I use Canon gears. So let's start. The first trip I am walking you guys through is this trip happens last year, and actually the purpose of this trip is to be actually I haven't covered the beauty of the eastern coast of the country. Therefore, our plan is to cover that area. So it is actually I'm from Kalutara, that is my base town, and what I experience is it's amazing because it's totally different from our area, and I have met a lot of people, a lot of good people actually. So I have to say, okay, and friendly people, and beautiful experiences. So my friend, and in this trip actually my friends were, some of them are interested in wildlife, some of them are interested in landscape, and some of them are interested in travel section as well. So the plan was to capture the landscapes in the golden hours, and in the middays, plan is to capture the day-to-day life of the eastern coast. So we went through the 5 days, and I have took more than 2,000 shots, as I remember, more than 2,000 shots within these 5 days. So for me, actually, we are in a digital era, so then I don't mind the shutter count. Not we are in a film era, so therefore I take whatever the shots, and I'll share you some why I'm doing that in the future slides in presentation. In this trip, I have made 3 series of images. That is the most successful travel trip in my this short career. One of them is I have captured the day-to-day life in Panama. So Panama is the most remote area in the country, the eastern coast, and actually it has very interesting culture. So that is not the first time I went there. Actually, I went a couple of times before, but haven't get chance to interact with the people where lives in Panama. All of those early trips were to the Kumana, through the Panama. So therefore, I haven't had a chance to talk to the people and interact with them and get to an idea what is the lifestyle of them. And because of one stupid event which happens to us. So I'll share with you guys that what is happening. I'm able to capture the next photo series that I'm going to show to you. So the stupid thing is, I was a driver to the whole trip, and the next, our navigator, I mean, the one of my colleagues sit next to me, and we have stayed that night at before night at Portugal, and he took the map, and our plan is to go to the Panama beach to capture the sunrise, and we have asked him to show us the way. So he put the Google map and he navigated us. We drove around, we drive around 45 minutes, and suddenly he said, Machan, the direction is wrong. So we have to come back again around 25 kilometers. And on the way, we didn't get the chance to go to the Panama beach because sun is rising. So at when we reached to the, I mean, in the pathway, we saw sun is rising. So we decided to stop right there and take a photographs. So this is the photo series that I took. So the this photo series is pretty special to me because normally I don't see much the frames like this, because my normal frame is 1:1, as Milan says. So therefore this photo series I did as a panoramic one. So all of these images are consist one or two or more images. This one also I have took 2 images and stick together. This is the, so actually you can see the road over in the background, and actually what I feel was it is the rain after I met this one of the guy who looking after cattle in this area, and I get to know they didn't get rains in a long time. Therefore, all the paddy fields were dry, and as you can see, the colors been messy. So actually in this series, I just want to capture the hardness of the life that they have faced. So how harsh the environment is. So this is the first image in the photo series, and let me go through one by one. Actually, I have used a wide angle lens with the camera, and the viewpoint, what I just wanted to capture is to the ground more prominently, because ground shows the hardness. And the next image is, so actually we saw the sun is rising, and when we stopped, we saw this little cattle were around with the stakes. So what sorry, what happens is there, they have sorry, they have separated the little ones from the old ones, because if the little ones goes out, they will drink all the milk from the their mothers. So what they have doing is they have separated these two, the little ones and the old ones, And in the morning, they after taking milks from the cows, and then allow these little ones to go there and have their milk. So this is this is where they have put all the little ones. And this is the so this image also sorry guys, this image also consists 3 of images. And so when we taking a photograph, sun is go up, and suddenly this man came up. So I took few shots, and still I didn't take what is the image that I need. I just want to take the photograph, the relationships of the cows and this person. In here, actually, as you can see, a lot of cow poos in the ground. So this is the person who take care of these cows. And closer shot of the little ones. And another one, in this shot also, what I want to capture is the hardness of the life, and still it represented by these colors. There are no much green on it, and all the brownish ground and dry ground. It represents the atmosphere of the. Another shot. And so when he came up to the to this area, and all the cows get together and surrounded him, and he has taken all the cows to the little ones. Yes, a leisure time before start milking process. And another close shot. Okay, so when he allows to come to hold ones into near the little ones, he has to choose one cow to start milking. So he just take what I notice is when someone else go nearby them, and they will attack him. But in here, they all know what is going to happen, and he just used this rope to select a particular cow, even though he not bind that rope. He just put around the neck that rope and go to her and make the start the milking process. So actually, that is the first time I drank a fresh milk from this man. So without any flavor and all those things, and it's really taste. I still remember that taste. And after taking these photos, we had a chat with him, and he shared a lot of cultural things with us. So that is pretty interesting facts. So what he has said is, we all know we have faced 30 years of this war, bloody war between Sinhalese and Tamil. But in Panama, there were no such ethnicity. So what we get to know is if any girl married, let's say you are a Sinhala girl, which is married to a Tamil guy. So from next day, that girl will be a Tamil. And if Tamil girl married a Sinhala person, and she will be Sinhala from that day. There were no any differences. Most of them speak both languages. And another interesting thing is they are going to have a festival in August. Each and every year in August. So that festival, we are actually planning to go there with coming August. What most interesting thing is to this festival can participate only the males, not the females, and there were a lot of fireworks, and there were a lot of and the pretty interesting thing is only underwear they have wear in that festival, and lot of things happening there. So if you guys interest, and I can share those information with you. So that is the first photo series that I did on Panama. Before go to the next one, so actually this is the point that I learned from that trip. I mean, from that day. So blank your mind. So when you are in the travel trip, so some sudden things may happen. But if you are planning, if you have anything in your mind, I mean, if you are framed in your mind, you may lost those opportunities. So in that day, we are planning to take a sunrise, but we ended up with that capturing the day-to-day life in Panama. Okay. Any questions regarding that images or photos? I can now, so else I'll move on to the next one.
Hi, Anuradha, this is Laya here, as usual.
Yes, Laya.
Did you in the multiple photographs, were you using a tripod for stitching?
No, Laya. So all of these images being taken in handheld.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was the stitching difficult with the handheld photography?
Actually, when you are taking a photograph, to make this kind of panoramic view, you will take such a way. So when I start to take these photographs, I thought my final image also should be in a panoramic view. So therefore, even though it's handheld, I took the same level and the same compositions at that time. So therefore, I didn't get much difficulty to stitch this together.
Thanks, Anuradha. The next photo series also took in Panama. So actually, after taking these photographs, we went to the Panama beach, and everyone got tired, and stop our car a little bit far away from the beach and walk to the beach. So at that time, in the Panama beach is they are mostly doing fishing. So that's a fishing culture over there. So when we reached there, so one of the fishing net came to the shore. So lot of viscous turns, because when fishing nets come to the shore, lot of small fishes are near the water, near the sea, near the beach, and hundreds of viscous turns try to catch them. So fortunately, I have took my all the lenses and camera, but no one else. So then I captured this series. So as I told earlier, so this is my normal frame. Actually, what the most interesting thing is the pattern and the colors. So the beach has this ocean blue color, it mixed the white color, and viscous turn also had the same color combination. So that's the most interesting thing I saw in this series. So in this time also, I have took more than 500 shots, as I remember. I have tried to capture this shot because most of the times I have missed this shot. I have keep trying and take this, because it is very difficult to capture this kind of shot, because it is pretty cluttered in the background, and because of these viscous turns go here and there, and to isolate this subject and capturing this moment is a little bit difficult. So I have spent a lot of shots to take this one. And as you can see, normally I love to use negative space and isolate the subject. So in here also you can see that. So in all in this series, I took only one single turn, viscous turn, and the background. Again, interesting patterns and the behavior of the viscous turns. Again, it is I have spent a lot more shots to take this one as well. So from there, what I learned is keep your camera ready always when you are travel. So once James Bessel says always carry a camera, it's tough to shoot a picture without one. Yes, I'm. So throughout those trips, so normally I have ready my camera always. So I'll show you some of the shots I took from the even in the car in later slides. But so no one in that trip, no one else get that viscous turn shots, because no one carried a camera with them. So I'm the only one who carried the camera. It's hard. So normally I take all the lenses with my camera. So because you never know which lens is required to take that whatever the shot. Okay. Yeah. So guys, are you guys with me or still awake?
Yes. Carry on.
Okay. So let me go to the next series. The beach. So again, so all of these photo series that I did in this trip was unplanned, and this one also something like that. So when I roaming through the beaches, so normally for this 5 days we covered 5 beaches, and within those 5 beaches I have created this series. Within this series, what I want to show is to when you are say someone to I'm going to take a photograph of the beach. So always the bigger picture comes into your mind. But in this series, I'm trying to capture some other aspect of the beach. So actually, what I need to capture is to represent the beach, not the whole part, by capturing the detail of it. With this series, as I told earlier, I have used a lot of negative space to isolate the subject and use minimal color composition, minimum color palette in this series as much as I can possible. So when I see this, all of these shots are taken from the 70 to 200 lens, and all of these shots are come from the different beaches, but in the same topic. Show the details and to imagine the bigger picture. All of little these objects you can find when you are getting to the beach. So this is the learning point what I got from that, and photograph with the both eyes open. So actually sometimes when you are planning to take photograph of the big picture, you may lose the details. So always look for these kind of details when you are on travel. Okay. So those are the 3 series that I made in that trip, and now I'll share some of the other shots I took. This is a very interesting section. So I think this is the most photographed ship in the country. It's in Sankasanture, and I think most of the photographers go there and take shots. All of the shots are same like this. What I chose this one. So actually, I have took a few shots with the different angles, and I wanted to create different modes with this one. The problem is this kind of situation. This is very commonplace, and everyone go there and take photographs, and it's hard to find a different shot. So here I have tried few different angles and the composition. So this shot, actually, when we go there, and they have started to filling up this pier. Earlier, this pier was not there, and I have used that as my foreground in here. And also this one, the same shot but different composition. And also this one. Can anyone guess what are these light blue and dark green pillars or things?
Are they boards? Oh,
Yes. Yes, you're correct.
very nice.
Yeah, they are boards. And until I have choose this one, the most difficult thing when you are photographing a common place, to find your own composition or own style. So let me go next one. So what I learned is take the obvious first. So you take the obvious and then find the other options. You go here and there and take different angles and different compositions. So Franz Haas says, I'm not interested in shooting new things. I'm interested to see things new. That is pretty good. Yes. Let me move on. So these are the shots we take on the road. Two fishermen and fishing together. And what actually this picture consists is what mostly what my eye took is to the color palette. And the grass and this square area, they have prepared for the next season, but other areas are not. This one I took from the car as well. Another fisherman. So in this situation, what the story behind it is, we were on this page, and suddenly some of the fish came up to the beach, and this fisherman saw it and ran into with his fishing net. So again, I carry my camera and I took this shot. No one else have this shot. 5 members were there. And a slow shutter shot on the bridge, you can see the bus. So I use the negative space to again to create a mood. Farmers again took the shot from the car. So what I learned, good light is not limited to the golden hour. Yes, exactly. All of those shots I took with the harsh light. So therefore, always be prepared and you will get your shot. And that is the first trip. So, okay. Niran, how many minutes do I have?
No, you can carry on. No issue.
Then this trip we did recently to the Negombo, and in here what I expect was to capture the day-to-day life of the fishing village, but when I go there, what mostly my eye got is the color palette. You find a lot of vibrant colors over there. So I focus on those colors, not much on the day-to-day lives. So see, this is actually another slow shutter shot, and object. This is a little boy, and who came to see the boats, and I have waited under the shadow of the sail and took this shot. So actually, when you are trying to get a slow shutter shot, obviously you need to try it out with the different shutter speeds, and you have to find out what is the proper shutter speed with the lighting condition. That's what the most challenging to me. And fishing boats. So as you can see, normally I do frame these square frames normally. The colors and the object composition is the main thing that I am focusing in this trip. And again, this brown thing is also again a sail. Again, sails. Frame within the frame. And I love this shot. So first thing is the color combination. It has a lot of vibrant colors: red, dark red, green, blue, and black. So in this strip, actually, as I told earlier, mostly I'm looking for colors. different point of view. See these colors, very vibrant. Okay, what I learned? Patience results in greatness. Yes. So actually, I were there. Some of my other photo colleagues, and I took these shots. I have waited some of the times to take these shots. So when you are photographing with a group, it is hard to find the different viewpoints and those such. So what time practice is to wait little bit and avoid the large group and have your own shot. Okay. So any questions so far? Shall I move on? Okay. Horton Place, one of my favorite place as a traveler, and I have visited frequently, but didn't get a chance to make a photo series, and I took this. So this one also happens unexpectedly, because this shot I took in Ambevalla. So in one morning at that trip, we were staying at Nuwara town, and in one morning we are traveling to the Horton Place. Suddenly I saw these 3 trees and decided to stop there and take few photographs. At that time, they were not sun yet rise, and they were not missed, only plain 3 trees. But after 10 minutes, it was magical. So sun is rising, mist is came, mixed with this sunrise and the mist and the trees. Wow. The same morning, 1.5 hours after I took this. And again, this is also an unexpected shot, because when we move into the gate, we saw this deers come from the left side, and we take our car back and get out from the car and lay down the road, waited for this one look at us. Another shot from the back, and this one, this is also a panoramic one. I don't know whether you guys believe or not. All of these shots I took handheld. It's not the landscape mode. And all these shots I took in a portrait. So after that, I have stitched together. And this shot, so actually it has another story as well. So I took this is last recent visit to my hotel place visit. The thing is, I thought my batteries were charged, but unfortunately, only one battery pack is charged. The others are not. So my battery went off, and I came across with this. This is Ohio, as I remember. This place, mist is surrounded, and the place is amazing. My camera was not with me. So what I did was, I have waited 10 minutes and get the camera, just make the mode to a automatic and open the camera, take a one shot. This is a one single shot I took. The camera battery went off. I could start open the camera again. So I'll share what I learned from them. This is one of the viewpoints from the hotel tents. What my eye catch was the layers and the colors. That's black band. Without that black band, those are the rain clouds. This photograph is not much interesting. And another shot. Another shot with the mist. Shot. Yeah, I think this is the right. Yes, this is what I learned. Pack consistently and check your gears. So this is the last thing I just need to share with you guys, because always expect the unexpected. You will encounter a lot of things while you travel, and the main thing is, some of the problems that I got was, when I'm not packed correctly, I have missed a lot of shots because there were not the correct lens with me. I have mounted the wrong lens. Those kind of things. So those are the 3 tips I just wanted to share with you guys. And my gears and tools, still I'm using Canon 70D. I brought back in 2016, and I got a Canon 50mm prime and 1018. There's a wide angle lens, and then 18 to 135, which is a kit lens, and 70 to 200, and 150 to 600. So normally I do a lot of slow shutter photographs. Therefore, I have this ND filter 10 stopper from the Breakthrough Photography, and a tripod, remote shutter, and the cleaning kit. So all these years, what I learned was to not adding much lenses or tools to you. You need to master what you have. And then eventually you will know what are the limitations that you have. Now I know what are the limitations with these gears and tools with me. Since I'm using Canon 70D, I cannot use much higher ISO settings. So it is pretty difficult to photograph when you are in the low light situations. And again, still I haven't used a polarizer or graduated filters. So therefore, what normally I do is, when I go to the some place or take a photograph with the tripod, I took multiple exposure shots. So normally I took around 4 to 6 exposures, and normally I specifically take few of them for sky and the ground. So therefore, what actually I feel was to master what you have first. Then you add whatever the other equipments and lenses and those kind of things. Okay. So any questions I can answer? I just say if you have any, just Google it. Yes.
Thank you, Anuradha. Innovating Anuradha, I am expecting a lot of square frames. As expected, we see a lot of square frames.
Yes, Satya, go ahead.
How
Hi,
do you, hi.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, I think you
Yes,
had a question.
Yes, Satya, you can.
Thank you. Thank you. Another great stuff. I like the fact that you use the square format. I just want a question about whether you compose in the viewfinder and do it beforehand, or whether you do it in afterwards. Whether you use your cropping. That's the question I had, and then I had one more question about when you talked about also for the, since you said you're using the Canon 70, how much I'm assuming your colors are more what you see, so you seem to be doing less work afterwards. So how much of the colors do you process afterwards, or is it very, very minimal? Thank you.
Yeah, Satya, the first question. Most of the cases I change my viewfinder into the 1 by 1.
Okay.
So then I clearly see what is the shot I get. So actually, yes. So you can go with some other formats and still crop it, but still I love to go 1 by 1 with my viewfinder, and you will eventually see. So and again, it's easier to make your composition as well.
Yes.
So most of these shots are go with the 1 by 1 viewfinder. And the post processing, Satya, normally I do post processing each and every image, and the colors, I'm not doing much change of the colors, because I always try to capture the mood at that moment, and I wanted to represent that into the in my photos. I'm not doing much. So what I did was, what I'm doing is, I changed my Kelvin settings to get that mood.
Okay.
So at the Panama presentation, you will see a lot of warm colors. So let me go back. In here, in this series, you get a lot of warm colors, because
that's how I wanted to represent that. So when you are, I have changed the Kelvin settings all the trip. I have keep that Kelvin setting. So, but in the Horton pens, I have changed that into the cooler settings. In my, normally I do that. I manipulate the Kelvin, but in post-processing, I didn't do much. I hope you get the answer.
Beautiful shots. Thank you.
Thanks, man. And anyone have any questions?
Yeah, this is Laya here. Why do you
Yes.
like one by one format? What's the reason?
Okay, the reason. So, okay, that I can't say this is exact reason for that. So actually, as I told earlier, my early stages, I took a lot of wildlife photographs, and then 2 years back, we had a photo. We had the get together in Nugegoda. Those photographers, which we get to know each other through the Facebook, and in that meeting, I have get to know one of the photographer called Chatura. He's a young fellow and came from the UK. And when I go through his portfolio, I was amazed. He was a landscape photographer. That's how I ended up with landscaping. Most of his images are square. So I'm not saying I'm following him. Then I have tried this square frame. So when I get to know more with this square frame, it's very hard to see some in the other frame as well. Then I have followed up Michael Canna, Bruce Percy, and Hiroji Sujimoto, those master photographers. So when I see those images, and still I can't think some other way at the moment. So that's how I ended up one into one.
Thank you. Because historically, if you look at cameras, the film cameras, the Rolleiflexes, Hasselblads, Bronicas, and such like, they were square formats to begin with anyway.
Yeah.
And with 35mm, you had the option of using the real estate in a different way.
If there were no any questions, we can wind up the session.
Yes, is there anyone to add something, comment or questions?
Yeah, so all the comments are welcome.
Yeah. Okay, then I think it's done for the day. So thank you very much, Anuradha, again, your lovely presentation, and you open up the completely different frames for us. So thank you very much for us. And I invite everyone to participate future events, especially photo walk, and we are planning to have some group excursion also. So with that, thank you very much for you all to participate in the event.